What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Footy with an Edge. Hopefully, I'm audible, edible, whatever you guys want to do with this, wherever we're going with this. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. I am 3 minutes late, and M. Just Cope said, "Game's gone." I agree, game's gone, man. New Year's Eve. How dare I be late? And I'm actually serious about that because you guys have shown me so much love this year, man. I just want to spend the first 5 minutes or so just showing you guys appreciation while we have people rolling in. It's been such a crazy year, dude. I've gone through some some topsy-turvy stuff in my own personal life, and the decision to come back to YouTube wasn't one that I took lightly. I am pretty much doing this full time now, and it's only been possible because of your support. And I have to say thank you. Thank you for showing all your support. Thank you for showing up on every stream. Thank you for rolling with the punches. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for giving me a passion that I can follow and be excited about, right? This is something that I enjoy day in, day out. I rarely take days off, not to gloat in any way. I think we should all have a positive relationship with the work we do. But I don't take days off because I genuinely enjoy doing this that much. And so that's the biggest compliment I can pay you guys back, that the community is so nice to be around every day that I don't look at this as work. I actually genuinely enjoy doing this every day. And I just hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do, because this is so fun. And listen, specifically, I want to be grateful for Rishi, who has finally revealed himself to the channel and done so much with stat patterns and helped me out so much in the background. I want to be grateful to Shant as well, who's helped us with this wonderful overlay, helped us out on the technical side beyond belief. Like, look at the side panel that we have now, right? For the first topic that we're going to talk about. I mean, yes, there are some AI tools that have helped me make that, but this whole overlay that you're seeing with the text below, with the ability to pull up comments, that's all because of Shant. And so I want to be grateful to Shant as well. But like I said, first and foremost, it doesn't happen without any of the community, partaking in it as much as you guys have and showing your support. I also want to look back towards some of the fun things that have happened this year. Let's be fair. We were able to create a meltdown at the Athletic because of the Athletic video that we did, where we called out some of the stats that JJ Bull did in one of his videos, and how he was talking about us taking too many long shots when that was, couldn't be further from the truth. So that caused a crazy wave, right? There was people were getting banned on Reddit because they tried to share my video within the R Red Devils, which is the Athletic Partnership subreddit. Then Stephen Housen did a video on it, which the less said about it, the better. If you know, you know. And it was just a wave, right? It was a wave of huge subscriber growth because of that video that really helped us out. Okay. Rishi just messaged me as well. And then after that, it's just been change after change after change, right? I wasn't going live every day. I started going live every day. You guys were here for it. I started the memberships. I didn't have memberships before. I didn't know what to do with it. You guys were here for it. And I want to say thank you to Shaylin. I want to say thank you to Nightwing, to Abhishek, to Nelson, everyone that's, really helped us grow the channel, even through the memberships. So there's so much to be thankful about. And lastly, guys, yesterday I posted a video that was, calling out Mark Goldbridge for some of the BS he's been saying recently, specifically around Amarin. And obviously, I've done one before about the Bruno agenda, and I guess you guys helped me grow the community enough that video landed at his desk, and he watched the video and he said it was a good video, which I was surprised to see that comment, to say the least. So these are the certain metrics that you kind of look at and you say, okay, maybe there's something in here. Maybe we have a real community that can really grow beyond even my wildest imaginations, and maybe we can see this become one of the larger united communities that are out there, because people are taking note of the stuff we're doing here. People are appreciating the work that I'm putting into it, the work that Rishi's putting into it, the work that Sean's putting into it, the work that even Shaylin put into that one Stat Patters episode, right? Like that was elite. Nobody else is doing that out on football YouTube, let alone in the United space. So I just want to be thankful for all of the wonderful stuff that's happened around this community, and even the people that used to support me before I took the big break and watched the videos when Ten Hag was still here, right? So I just want to say, man, I'm grateful for this year. I'm grateful for this community, and I'm so excited to go into the next year where I hope we get to see more of the same. So, guys, I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Stress Killer says calling out Goldbridge is a necessity. I will help you. It will help you grow to counterbalance. We need more reason and less emotions. M. Scope says, I just saw his comment and he deflected it by blaming INEOS and acting as INEOS's Amram. Listen, you think about it from Mark Goldbridge's perspective, right? He runs a whatever, like multi-million channels, like multiple of them. He didn't have to comment on the video, right? He didn't have to give me a compliment. He didn't have to do any of that. He could have just dismissed it, thought about it as small channel. What are you going to do? But I think he watched it and he complimented it. So I have to give him credit for doing that. He wasn't deflecting from the fact like, oh, you're not allowed to call me out. Like I'm just a fan giving my opinion. He could have gone 10 different directions with it. So for that specific thing, I'll give him credit. And whether he decides to stop saying Amram out or stop talking the way he's talking and puts more pressure onto INEOS, that's up to him. I can't tell him how to run his channel, but I can comment on what I think is fair and unfair. And to be fair, he's come and said that he's not Amram out, he's INEOS out. So I have to take him at his word on that specific comment at least. I hope that helps you guys understand, because some people were upset like I was letting him off the hook or something. I'm not doing anything. He didn't have to come to the video and leave a comment. And so I just thought that was let's say a good way of him handling it, right? A positive way to handle it. And I would hope if I'm in that similar position, I would react in a similar way as well, right? If someone was calling me out, whether I agreed on it or not, I wasn't negative about it, and I gave a positive sort of classy comment, right? So that's my 2 cents on the situation. KG says that was his way of saying I'm watching you. Yeah, probably. And Marcus says getting mentioned by Goldbridge, you're going to get some subs. I don't think that's the goal, man. I think the idea in general is to produce quality content for United fans. And even if you guys noticed through that video, my goal wasn't to bring anybody else down. My goal was to more call out the negativity for negativity's sake, which I felt was happening. And it was just to sort of make sure that we're all on the same page as United fans, right? Calling for Amram's head is not gonna, it's gonna reset the project. And based on what he said in the comment, looks like he agrees with that as well. So anyways, that's enough of that. Like I said, I'm thankful for a lot of things. I'm thankful for the exposure that you guys are allowing me to have, allowing this channel to have, and hopefully we can grow together, man. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Anyways, let's get into the show. Our first topic for today is about fixing the midfield, right? January is no longer about nice to haves. It's about plugging structural holes in our team. Wolves exposed exactly what happens when the squad has zero margin for error. We made the worst team in the league look okay. They have not looked okay. Actually, to be fair, they looked okay against Liverpool, okay against Arsenal, but we made them look actually better than even those games maybe. And we just don't have any house money to play with anymore, right? There's absolutely zero, razor thin margins. We're one injury or outgoing away from having freaking Jack Fletcher having to start in games. And I feel bad for the guy because he's been getting dog's abuse from everybody on Twitter, like far worse things than anything you've heard on this channel, right? So I'll just be honest. We need to go get some players. And if we don't act in January, that for me is Amram, is INEOS bailing on the Amram project, is them saying, we don't trust this guy, or we're not willing to invest right now. And we know that means he's going to get sacked. So might as well get him sacked. Because let's be honest, it's cheaper to sack him, right? It would be cheaper to sack him than back him. And if that's how they feel, then we'll find out. By January 31st, we'll see that they don't want to do anything. And that would just be chaos for me because I really like this manager. I think he can do something. He's not the finished article yet. He has some work to go, but we gotta we gotta give him a chance. That's all I'm saying. Right. So the creativity gap really needs to be fixed. Mount and Bruno have killed us. They expose a creativity problem that we knew we had, but we didn't know how bad it was, right? Because without those guys, we don't have any connectors in the team. We don't have anybody timing the pass as well. We have us taking too much time on the ball, and there's not enough hustle in the team in terms of buildup. It's too slow. Every player is hesitating, taking 2 touches, 3 touches. It's not good enough. So in my opinion, the 2 players that we can bring in, and this is very much realistic. I just finished recording 3 Devils with Semix and James from the Muppeteers, and both of them said Ederson and Gallagher, specifically James. He said Ederson is still someone the club is looking at. He's going to be at a reasonable price in 30 to 40 million. This is still someone that we can go get. He's on reasonable wages as well. And Gallagher is another player that, come January 30th, if they haven't sold him to any club, maybe we can just go in for him and ask for a loan or something like that. I think they both help us fix the athleticism that's lacking in the team. They will improve dual volume. They'll improve pressing. They'll improve recoveries. And Gallagher, I don't want to compare him 1-to-1 with Mason Mount, but he is a Mason Mount-esque profile, right? Someone who gives you a lot of energy, someone can play multiple positions. And he's pretty decent in the final third as well. If you guys remember when he played for Crystal Palace on loan from Chelsea, he was pretty decent in terms of scoring the odd goal here and there. So I think reasonable January profiles, they're affordable, Premier League ready, and there's no development timeline with either of them. The question is, and I want to hear from you guys in the comments, do United need creativity replacements in January? Do you guys see this as a big problem as much as I do? Or do you think we need functional midfielders who can let creators play? Because that's another option, right? We could go for somebody like a Baleba who doesn't really add creativity for us, but really adds legs and athleticism that might help some of the other players thrive. So those are the real questions. Our second topic is around the center backs. I feel like the squad, by the way, how nice does that graphic look? That next to Lenny Yoro is supposed to be 8 in heaven, I think, but the AI has definitely gotten that wrong. So I didn't have enough time to fix it, so my apologies. But you guys see the injured Harry Maguire and Matthias de Ligt on my left. Is it on my left? It's on my left, but you're right. I guess this is left. Yeah, correct. Okay. Anyways, you got the point. We have 6 center backs in the team, guys. 6. Okay. Only 2 of them are long-term, reliable profile center backs, and that's Aiden Heaven and Lenny Yoro. Matthias de Ligt and Harry Maguire, 2 injury prone. Harry Maguire, for sure, I've moved on from because regardless of the histrionics of the Liverpool goal, etc., he has been out for 2 months now. Like, I can't even remember what the last game was that he played. Maybe it was the Liverpool game. Yeah. And he's just not reliable enough for us. And I think if depending on how long de Ligt is out for with this injury, if he's out for like 2-3 months, honestly, I'm saying get rid in the summer. We can't sell them in January, obviously. Then you look at the left center back. Martinez, has he even played 100 games yet for United? He's been here 3 years, and every time he gets injured, it's a big injury. So that's a concern I have, a big time concern with Martinez. Luke Shaw, we know, sins of 2023, guys. We know the World Cup is going to be done in the summer, and God knows what he looks like next year. So both are left center backs. Both are senior center and right center backs in Maguire and de Ligt. All 4 of them probably need to go. which means we probably need a center back to come in January. Or let me put it this way, we need a center back to come in the summer, which means we could just get them in January if they're available. That's how INEOS have been moving in terms of their squad development timeline, because that's why we got Sheshko, right? Sheshko was one that we thought was good for the long term, so let's just get him now instead of getting a midfielder. So if a center back is not top of the list for them right now, why not just go get him if they're available, like a Mark Gahey, like a Marco Senesi. There's Jan Paul Van Hecke, Mr. Four Names, who we could go get. We have a super chat here from RSV7 who says, Kakare from Como. He's a very good shout at CDM. Is this Maxons Kakare? Kakare. Excuse me. He's 1.74 meters, which is 5'8". Is it 5'8"? He's a little short is my only concern. Let me look at his stats. Let's see, Maxence Kakare. Well, it looks like he plays both attacking midfielder and midfielder. If I look at his 2025-26 stats, he's only been playing as a midfielder. He's got very good shot creating actions, good successful take-ons, decent volume passer, decent progressive passer, decent tackles and interceptions. What's his contract situation looking like? Looks like he's worth 15 million euros right now. He went to Como like a year ago in January of this year, and he has a contract till 2029. I just think this might be a difficult deal to do, especially because Como is trying to move different a little bit, right? So that's Imran. Imran just revealed his height, by the way. You just doxed yourself, bro. He says he's us 5'8" guys getting strays. No, it's just about a profile that we're looking for. Neptune says Goretzka wouldn't be bad. I agree. I've said Goretzka before. I think Goretzka on a short-term deal would be nice. Sherpa says, just popping in to say Happy New Year to all my fellow Footy with an Edge followers and hosts. 2026 is going to be great, and I expect the Footy community to be 10 times larger. Thank you so much, Sherpa. Those are very kind words from you, and I couldn't be happier to have such lovely people as part of the community. And if you get a chance, please do go watch the first 7 or 8 minutes of the video, because I gave a very long soliloquy on why I'm grateful for the whole community. And I mean every word of it, so I appreciate you. Kicho X says 2025 was bad. Hopefully 2026 we'd have a change at this club because the current trajectory overall is depressing. Ed says no Goretzka, please. He would get smothered in the Prem. Fair enough. I mean, he is quite physical, but I know you're a Bayern fan, Ed, so I'll take your word for it. If Ed's saying no Goretzka, then no Goretzka. Marcus Stevenson says Muzakitis. Christoph Muzaki. Oh, this is the kid that we were linked with, right? From what's his face? Olympiacos. He's worth 25 mil. It's 19-year-old, man. That the problem is that 19-year-olds, I'm not really, looking to do any business with them in real life or with the club. But let's get Taloko to the show. Taloko, how you doing?
Oh shit! I didn't realize I'd be getting in this early.
It's okay. You want me to pop you out? What's up?
I mean, I'm better though. I think I'd be better in the open panel, but who knows? If the so you said center backs and midfielders were the
we talked about
biggest.
center backs and midfielders. We have a third topic actually that I'll transition to now, which is around the what's it called? The forward depth. Because I think there's one other position. Actually, we talked about this in the Three Devils episode today as well, which is the forward line. Looks like INEOS is interested in exploring something within the forward line, like maybe one other player, especially with Xerxes leaving. So those are the three areas of the pitch that we're talking about, which is the center back, the midfield, and the forward line, which is pretty much the whole pitch, I guess, except for wingbacks. We're not really talking about wingbacks. So what do you think is the most important? And let me ask you this question: If you had one position to fix in January, what would it be?
Um, Ideally midfield. Um, I see. I keep seeing. Is there any smoke to the Ruben Neves rumor that we can possibly get him for like 25 million?
So Ruben Neves, well, no, he wouldn't cost that much because he's like he's got 6 months left on his contract. So it would be more about the wages. But Ruben Neves, so he's managed by Jorge Mendes, I'm pretty sure, who's like one of the big super agents in football. So it could also just be agent noise that's linking us to him, and not necessarily any truth to that. But I don't know anything beyond that.
I assume, is he like a creative-ish midfielder? Because when Bruno comes back,
He would be a Casemiro replacement.
so a holding mid.
But Casemiro gives us creativity. Like he gives us some goals. He gives us long range shots. Ruben Neves does, like, I would say, in terms of man for man replacement for Casemiro, Ruben Neves is a pretty good shout.
Okay. Okay. I don't want the thing with Bruno is that he's our best player, but he's also still on the wrong side of 30. So it would be best if we could get at least a creative force behind him, but obviously creative midfielders are going to be hard to come by, especially in this market.
Yeah. So would you say Ruben Neves is your shout?
That's the that's the fix for now, considering Casemiro can only really play like what 60, 70 minutes at best. Yeah, even just to like bring on as like as like legs in the second half,
Yeah.
because Casemiro is even more on the wrong side. 30, he's 34, but he's likely saving the legs for the World Cup. So if any chance we can get the label on like a discount deal, or
There is a chance. I think they will do an offer for him. I asked James about this from the Muppeteers if this is possible, and I think he suggested that there's a chance we make an offer and Brighton are convinced, but there's also a good chance that they wait till the summer. So Baleba may be a no go. But yeah, I think Ruben Neves is a good shout in terms of getting a body through the door. I like Ederson as well. I like Gallagher. I don't really like, but if that's the deal that we have to do, then that's the deal that we have to do, right? But Taloko, I appreciate it, man. I'll get some of the other guys that are waiting and see what they have to say with their transfers. Yeah.
all right.
Thanks,
All
brother.
right, thank you, Andy.
Rafael, or the bench that Rafael sits on, is with us, guys. Where's Cabbage? Maybe we can get Cabbage to talk to us. This is what happens when you leave yourself exposed. Oh, there we go. He's enjoying the beer.
Timai.
Sawadee ka.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I just come back from a party. And I just
thought you went for an interview. You look like you came from an interview.
might might have been the same thing.
Yeah. Nice.
But I want to say thank you to you, Andy, for the show you're producing. It's really good to all the videos you make. You know, really thought provoking, stimulating all the discussions. Thank you so much for what you do. And I wanted to ask you this. I watched the Goldbridge, the video you did about Mark Goldbridge. And I wondered if there's a more kind of a complex agenda here with him. That actually he's seems to be really going for Glinios, or the Glazers and INEOS. And in a way, Ruben Amorim is his sort of avenue towards that?
Yeah, I feel like this is a very complex question to kick the year off, Raphael.
I know.
You've
I
got your
wasn't
own
even
agenda.
expect.
Yeah,
I
I
wasn't
feel
even
like I'm being
expecting you to
interviewed.
be on.
I'm being interviewed right now.
Andy,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah, I got it. Okay,
you're
so
you're
for me,
fired.
yeah. So for me, I think I think so. Mark Goldbridge for me, or the person behind Mark Goldbridge. Let's put it that way. He's a very shrewd operator, right? He's not just. I refuse to believe that he's just being an idiot or he's just saying things for the sake of saying things, right? He's shown us to be much smarter than that with the several channels he's done, with how consistent he's been, with the size he's grown to, where there were already incumbents in the space that were bigger than him before he came through, right? So I refuse to believe this isn't intentional, to drive engagement, to make what it is he thinks is conducive to him becoming as big as possible, right? So he's a very shrewd businessman. And I feel like the narratives that he's driving are very helpful towards the goal that he's trying to achieve. I know I'm sounding like a consultant here, but my point is that I don't think he just says things for the sake of saying them, right? So I think his whole Ruben Amorim agenda, I think he doesn't like the 3-4-3 from what I've seen from him. I don't think he likes Amorim's system. And if he really just wanted to go for Glinios, there would be 5 other ways I could think of that he could do that without necessarily going at Amorim so much. So that is what I'm thinking about. There is another angle to be made, which is if Amorim gets sacked, that's a big failure against INEOS's name. And so potentially that's more pressure on INEOS. But that's kind of like, setting your house on fire because you don't like your garage. You know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't make sense, if you want to go about it that way. So I think there's potentially something he doesn't like about Amorim, the way he plays football, and the way he's using Bruno. So there's a few things there. But I do think, does he place more blame onto INEOS or Glinios than Amorim? I think so. We may not align on the percentage of blame that we place on each of those guys, but is it more than 50% towards Glinios? Absolutely. I agree with that.
I mean, sometimes I think he was using Bruno to get at Amorim and Amorim to get at Ineos. It's very
Glinios,
complex.
Yeah. No, I agree.
As you said, I think he has several agendas, and
Yeah.
it's very shrewd. Yeah, I mean the
Well,
Kobe Mainu one. He's really
yeah.
pushing on Kobe Mainu.
To be fair, as big as he is, like you need an agenda, right? Every news channel has an internal agenda that they try to push, and regardless of whether it's CNN, MSNBC, like all of these left-leaning, right-leaning, whatever you have, they need to have a narrative that they push. Otherwise, you're aiming towards nothing, right? If you don't have a goal, you're not going to get anywhere. So I think he has a goal in his head. He has a certain way to approach it. And listen, Mark Goldbridge, the businessman, the operator, I have a lot of respect for. Some of his points I don't agree with. I've been calling them out. That was my second video of his. I thought it was classy of him to leave the comment that he did, because he could have gone different ways about it. He could have not addressed it at all. So I'll give him his credit.
I didn't see the comment. What was the comment? Can you tell me?
Yeah, give me a second. I'll read it right now. Let me see. He said, sorry, I don't have this ready to go.
Sure, sorry.
Okay. He said, a good video, I'm INEOS out, which is basically what you are saying as well. Sacking a manager makes no difference to the journey of this football club with this ownership, is what he said. So
I think I mean, even though I think he is anti Ruben Amorim recently, but it seems to be that he's always saying that the manager needs to be backed.
He has every take. Sometimes he has every take, right? Because I get it too. Like, he has 2.2 million subscribers. I have no idea what that's like. I have no idea what that's like in any way or shape or form. Hopefully, I will one day, and we can all be here looking back at it. But I have no idea what that's like. So, perhaps he's stuck in the I need to appease everybody camp, because that's what I've seen from him. He says every single take there is sometimes, which is Amram needs to. He's going to sack himself. He's not good enough. His tactics are shit. And then he'll say, but I'm backing Amram, right? But I'm Amram it. And then he'll say, the Glazers haven't done enough, et cetera, et cetera. But then he'll say, this squad is good enough to beat Wolves. So which is it, right? That's kind of the dilemma there. Listen, yeah, he's it is what it is. But anyways, Rafael, you know what? We've kicked off the new year on both a good and a bad.
I'm gonna
get
somebody
else. Yes, you enjoy yourself, and we'll see a lot more of each other in the new year. Thank you for coming back.
Thank you again.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Let's get Brian into the show. Brian,
what's
you
going
look like you
on?
have good Wi-Fi today, brother.
Yeah, definitely. I couldn't really miss the show. I do watch your videos though. It's just that I can't be on the lives because
Yeah,
I
no
don't
problem,
have
brother. Yeah, I understand.
But I watch all the videos, man. And they're keeping up.
Yeah,
doing a real good job.
What
In
what do
terms
you?
of the midfield, though.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Like, give us your thoughts on the transfers.
It has been basically the same thing we were talking about when it was just you and I and Rishi sometimes, you and I and Rishi and someone else. It's always been the same thing. I really like Edison from Atalanta. And we were going for him as a club. So I know internally he's being discussed. It's just that I don't know how willing they are because they seem to be very meticulous about who they would want to spend on and the budget they have in terms of wages. And I know if they have a big budget for Belabor ready, then they'd rather try to go for Belabor than to spend on Ederson, which would be a problem in a sense because we might not get Belabor. And we know they won't go for targets who aren't immediate or who they know will make a ready the impact, as we see with Mbuma and Konya. So Ederson, yeah, I really love him as a player. I'm not so certain about Gallagher. He runs a lot. He can pass the ball, he can shoot, but it's like I'm a squad player kind of energy is given to me. It's not like I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna make this team better. It's like I will help the team, but I won't necessarily make it better.
I hear you. I think the concern is also that Atletico is moving like you either buy him or nothing, right? There's no loan to buy. There's nothing like that. I would be a lot more comfortable with a loan option for Gallagher than I would be for purchasing him. Because if we buy him, he's 25. Then we're stuck with another player that we don't know what to do with if he's not good, right? Whereas if we do a loan, at least we can see what he's like and then decide if we want to purchase him. I think that would be my 2 cents on it.
Right, that's exactly right. Because they said it's either a loan with an obligation or a straight out buy, which makes no sense for the club. So I'd rather somebody who I know is gonna be like, yeah, up there. Because we know intensity is with Ederson. He's physical, he's good passing, good shooting. It's just that we don't know how much it will translate to the Premier League. Because Italian league is physical, but it's slower. So we don't know how much he'll translate to the league, but we have high expectations.
But for his body type, right, with Ederson, I see somebody that should be able to do it, right? The way he plays, it seems like, he can deal with the physical duels. He seems like a very typical like South American player to me, and he plays for Brazil. He's in the Brazil squad, which tells me he's got enough quality to kick it with the. What's that? Yeah, I think he's in the Brazil squad.
Oh.
Yeah. Brazil squad. Let me see this right now. Hold on. Last time I checked, he was in the Brazil squad. Let's see. Ederson. Okay, great. ESPN doesn't have him in the Brazil squad, but I saw FOTMob recently had him in the Brazil squad. FOTMob Brazil squad. Let's see. Okay, maybe not. I thought he was, but I don't see him here now anymore. I see the other Ederson, the goalkeeper Ederson. But anyways, point being, I think he's a good player, good enough to kind of make a difference for us. And he's 27. He's at a good age. Cunha is also in the Brazil squad, Andy. Yeah, absolutely. I know that. Taloko Badger says Mark is hedging his bets, but hedging in the way a fan would. He doesn't believe in Amram at the moment, but INEOS and the Glazers haven't done their part more so than Amram. Yeah, I agree with that, Taloko. And I guess the only thing is, listen, what you just said there in terms of doesn't believe in Amram. I think we all have our doubts, right? Like I watch Amram. I wouldn't say more than anybody else, but I definitely talk about Amram and United and the problems more than the average fan because I'm doing the content here, etc. I'm talking to so many fans every day. And when I look at the situation here, it's not like I believe everything Amram does, right? I have my doubts. I just prefer to phrase it in a way where I don't blame him for the job he's done based on the tools he got. Like if you're gonna build a monument, right, that requires a lot of chiseling, and I'm gonna give you a teaspoon to build it with, like, is the monument gonna be very good, or you're gonna end up with like shit carving everywhere? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the point. So you can approach it different ways, but fair enough. Goldbridge has his approach. I have no idea what it's like to run a channel that's that big, and
But Andy,
who am I to
Andy,
say he's wrong to approach it that way?
the thing is though, where is our expectation? We're sixth in the table and we're 2 points off fourth while
Yeah.
underperforming. So where is our expectation? We were 15th. I think at this time of the year we were about ninth, if not a little bit lower. And we weren't playing good football, period. No, we have some semblance of consistency in terms of play style and intensity. As I said, some, not all, because there are times where we look like we'd rather not.
Also, Brian, it's actually watchable this year.
Right,
I know it's hard to
right,
say that after the Wolves game where it was bad, but most of the other games we've seen this year, I would say 70-80% of the games this year have been watchable. We've
right.
had bad games like Grimsby. We've had bad games like City and
Everton.
Brentford, Everton, West Ham, right? So
Right.
five games out of the 19 we've played so far, you could say, or 20 because Grimsby was in another competition.
Basically, right.
Five
And
out
that
of 20
Bournemouth
have
game
been
was the top
difficult
of
to
the list
watch. Yeah,
where
but
we just enjoyed it.
that means 70-75% of the games have been actually viewable, even if
Right.
results haven't gone our way, even if it's a draw, right? So there's some, at least we can see progression. Also, let's not forget, Ahmad looks like a much better player than last year, even, right? Even though he got 8
After he
goals, 8
went
assists.
away because of a death in his family and he came back, he was a different player because he started off real slow this season and then he picked up
Yeah.
after that. I don't know what happened, but he came back with a different mindset. But I'm saying, if you look at it, and I was listening to your video this morning, Mark Goldbridge, and you were pointing out the underperforming from Mbumo, Cunha, Sheshko, Bruno, and I'm saying the reality is at Brentford he was overperforming. At Wolves, Cunha was overperforming. So we just have to allow the manager to use the tools he has now, and we'll do with. And the fact that the club had already set a benchmark as saying our top six is our goal for the year. We're in the sixth position. We could have been better, but we are where we want to be. And I think that's where people are trying to push their expectations higher than what the squad is able to do. We aren't in the Champions League because the squad is not good enough. So why are we expecting to always be fighting for the Champions League spot?
Yeah. Sorry, man. If there was a way I could give someone a notification before I pull them on, I would do it. I guess I could say it on stream because I'm assuming you're listening. Maybe that could work. I'll keep that in mind. But how you doing, Semis? Great Three Devils episode today.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, it was awesome, man. I'm actually trying to do research on some of the things we talked about in Three Devils episode. I'm actually very much looking forward to people hearing it and letting us know in the comments what they think. What's up, Andy? And hello to I can't read.
That episode is as the French call it, a bonbon. Okay, très bien. Is how they say it. I haven't been to Montreal enough, guys. Sorry, I can't do the accent well. Ed, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Pretty good, brother. Pretty good. You got any plans for New Year's?
No.
Yeah. Most overrated day of the year, man.
I think so too. It's just another year closer to the end.
Yep. That's the way to look at it. To the end of the United project, right? Like where we win the title. That's what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
sure. We could say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It's a
But
family friendly channel.
I think signing the likes of Connor Gallagher, who was laughed out of the Premier League, or any of those guys, I think Ederson is a good shout if you get him for the right price. But I think signing a Band-Aid player in January is a big mistake. It needs to be the three guys we've always been talking about. It needs to be one of them. If you don't sign any of them, then wait till the summer, in my opinion. Because when you sign one, that right away gives you freedom, because then Bruno can, because you can still play Casemiro and Ugarte, not at the same time. But let's say you bring in Elliot Anderson in, that frees you up to put Bruno in the 10 when Cunha is stinking up the gap.
Yeah.
You know,
That's true.
that's what people need to realize. We need to be able to free up Bruno as well and not play him in that center mid. Let him play further up the pitch, and allows you to change formations. Let's just say you want to play a 3-5-2 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can I
hear that.
Can I come in here? Ed,
Go ahead.
I want to ask you two questions. I'll actually ask everybody this. First question, how many of those three do you think we could realistically get in the summer? But I have a follow-up, by the way. So like I just need
Or January, whichever window, like in the next two windows.
sure.
Jan or
how many of those three do you really think we have a realistic chance of signing?
Oh, probably
Just
one.
believe it.
Okay.
Just
How many
believe it.
midfielders do you think we need before next season?
2 minimum.
Okay. So what's wrong with signing Ederson if he's going to be that second midfielder?
No, he
Oh,
said
I think
Ederson
you
is
need
okay.
two
He
of
said
the three.
Gallagher.
I think you need 2 of the 3.
Oh,
Ederson,
so you think we need 2 of either Elliot Anderson, Wharton, or Baleba?
by the summer, yes.
And you think there's a realistic chance we can get 2 of those 3, even with
Yes.
other teams competing for their signature?
I think there is.
Okay.
That's in my mind. I could be wrong, right? But that's what I'm hopeful for, because you need to have world-class midfielders.
You know what it is, Sammy. The context that we're missing right now is what does the project look like by the end of the year,
So
right? Because I think there's a chance that we do well to get 4th or 5th, and then people from the outside who can separate the noise from what's happening, right? Because that's the key part. If you're just going to listen to everything that's said in the media, then Amarim's the worst coach there's ever been. But if you're listening to an agent speaking to people inside the club, speaking to some of the players, right? The insiders, they would look at this project and say, Amarim has done miracles with this squad. He's a charming guy. He takes care of his players. He doesn't dig them out publicly. And United is on the way up. So if you want to be part of a project that can go win things consistently in 2 to 3 years, then this is the place to be. And the benefit of someone like Elliot Anderson and Adam Wharton over someone like Semenyo is that they're almost 3-4 years younger than him, right? Relatively speaking, which means they have an extra contract in them, which means they don't need to go for the bag immediately, right? And even the bag is subjective. Like it's a whatever 40% difference between us and what City can offer them. So that's why I think there's a chance, like someone like a Wharton. I don't think we're getting Elliot Anderson, is my personal opinion. I'd be very impressed with him if he chose us over City, because he's going for guaranteed game time, etc. But I think us being in the Champions League makes a huge difference. That's why I think in January now we have to go sign someone to enable us to be in the battle for someone like an Anderson in the summer.
Yeah, and my point is that I thought when I asked Ed that question that he would say we need 3 or 4 midfielders, because realistically, I think we need 3 or 4 midfielders. I don't think that we can count on Casemiro anymore or Ugarte. I mean, a real team who's trying to rebuild, Ugarte and Casemiro would be gone this summer. So my question to Ed was, how many midfielders do we need before next season? And I thought the answer he was going to say is 3 or 4. When he said 2, I was like, well, now I can't really.
No, 2 of the 3.
He said 2 of the 3, though.
2 of the 3, and then of course like an Ederson. Like you bring in an Ederson and somebody else, but not Connor Gallagher.
Right? There you go. Oh, yeah, I agree with you there. Like, I don't want Connor Gallagher. But there you go, though. Like, what I'm saying is, why not get that third one? The one that is going to be a role player in the future. Maybe not the Baleba, not the Wharton. Because let's say you can't get those this January. Which, by the way, when you guys watch the the Three Devils podcast, you'll see that we didn't talk like we can't get them. Like I'm just changing the conversation now. It's a completely different conversation in that podcast. And you
That's
guys,
the
I hope
same thing
will
we
all go
said
watch
about
it.
Sesko when we were going for him with Newcastle in the bid, showing all the money in front of Sesko. We gave him the project, and he agreed to our project over Newcastle. And Newcastle had the money to give to him. So
To be
we
fair,
are
though, that's
able to
not the
prove.
same as like City or Liverpool coming after and Elliot
Right,
Anderson. It's
And to give you a
Right.
counter,
Okay.
Gyökeres picked Arsenal's project over.
yeah,
ours.
and then
Yeah.
Gyökeres picked Arsenal. We didn't want Sheshko was our backup plan. Like, let's be real, we wanted Gyökeres.
Also, Arsenal kind of dropped out of the race for Sheshko because Sheshko was their second target with Gyökeres. They went for Gyökeres, and who knows what Sheshko would have done if Arsenal came in super heavy for him.
Yeah, Yeah.
Gyökeres has 0 assists this season.
No, like let's not. Gyökeres. They made the wrong choice. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Do you think Gyökeres would perform the way he's performing now if he played for us instead of Arsenal?
Absolutely.
We
not.
would be
I think
far
Amram
worse.
gets better.
Worse.
Amram gets
He'd
more
be
out of it.
worse. You think he'd be worse?
Go
1000%.
look at their heat maps. If you go look at both of their heat maps, go
Oh
see
my
where.
god. Yeah, but I don't think in my head he would be. Okay, the word I wanted to use is way too vulgar for streaming. In my head, he'd be crushing zone 16 and 18. You would see balls going into him in the places where we're not seeing enough of because him and Amarim have that game plan like down. And
don't even do
that's
those
not
balls
what
right
they're
now,
doing
though.
in Arsenal. That's not what they're using him like.
No,
That's
so
not how
I
they
think
use
Amram
him.
gets more out of Gyökeres than they do at
Arteta,
Arsenal.
yeah.
But that being said, I'm still glad we went for Sheshko over him.
Me
because
too.
The ceiling is like night and day. Like this guy
I
would
still
be good
think
for
we're
the
a
next
worse
2 years.
team. We would still be a worse team with Gyökeres than we are with Sheshko. And I'll tell you specifically why. Go watch that game again. Look at how many times a run is missed into the channel. Not only from Sheshko, but from the wingbacks,
We missed Dortmund
don't-
as well
we-
6 times.
we miss those runs. So it's not
Would
to
you-
say
but
Missed
would
that
you-
he didn't
would
make
you-
those passes?
I'm saying we don't make those passes. So
Okay.
Yeah, but-
that's so he crushes that zone to a
Wait.
team that is tuned to do that.
Totally got that. But like, do you think if it was Cavani, they would miss those passes? If it was Cavani making
Yes,
the run?
because they've lost faith in playing those balls in the first place. So
When
it's not
CR7
Højlund.
was here, we were making the passes. When Cavani was here, we were making the passes, right?
Totally
I think
understood,
when they see
but-
Gyökeres, they'll look for him more. Like, there's a respect thing too. Like, if it's Zlatan making the run, you're looking at it. Do you
But do you
get what
think
I'm
that
talking
just
do you
like
think that
yesterday-
changes how Cunha plays?
Cunha is a different story. Like, oh, you got you got to
So
listen
if
to the
you plug
podcast. We went off.
Gyökeres in
We went off on
yesterday's
Cunha
game-
for like 15 minutes.
If
like,
you plug
uh,
Gyökeres in-
Deservedly
yes-
so.
If you plug Gyökeres in yesterday's game instead of Sesko, Casemiro still doesn't, or Casemiro doesn't play that pass that he missed Sheshko on when Sheshko was.
He still
clean.
shuttles the ball and then
Yeah.
gets tackled from behind.
Yeah, but guys,
Ugarte still misses
there's
that
a little
pass.
recency bias, right? Because we're looking at the game from yesterday. We're talking like think about it more from the perspective of Bruno's playing, right? Does he find Gyökeres more in those channels?
Bruno
'Cause
plays.
before-
He'll play anybody.
I agree,
Yeah,
I agree, but
yeah.
I think that is more natural to Gyökeres' current game than it is to Sheshko's game, right? Because Sheshko is kind of, he's actually trying to figure out his game. Let's be honest, he's 22, and that's expected. So my
Yeah.
point is, in if we're looking at win now, be good this season, I think Gyökeres would just give us that notch a little bit better, specifically considering Amram's played with him, and created so many chances for him for the last 2-3 years.
I'll just say one
Cameron-
last point on that, Andy. And I don't want to make this Sheshko versus Gyökeres because we already have Sheshko. We don't need to do this
Yeah, yeah.
hypothetical. You saw how much space was given to Gyökeres in the Liga NOS versus how Sheshko performed in Bundesliga. I'll buy it. Bundesliga does play pretty open and in transitional play. I would wager to say in transition, I think Sheshko is still better than Gyökeres. He has a better top speed, better acceleration. He has a much better shot on him and better technical ability. We just have more years and a much better system that Gyökeres played under in the Liga NOS. So we have data points to say, hey, Gyökeres was just most goals. Yeah, how many were penalties? How much of the actual team was set up for Gyökeres? And then you have him go to Arsenal, where you have a team that has at least 2 or 3 rungs higher than us, and he still looks like he's got Timbs on his feet.
Well, So the argument that I'm making is not that Sheshko isn't the better player, right? That's I'm not starting from that place. So I think we're more aligned than it might appear. The argument is more that
results this year.
Like just like you're saying, we have evidence of Ruben Amorim using Gyökeres. We also have evidence of him using Sheshko and not using Gyökeres in this team. So it can be a little harder to imagine.
This team is way more dysfunctional in the 3-4-3 than
I hear you.
than
I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I think so. You know how Sir Alex talked to Rooney about Van Persie? He's like, if you guys don't pass to him, I'm taking you off the pitch. I think that's what would happen with Gyökeres, because he would know every tendency that Gyökeres has. This guy is knows every aspect of it, right?
Absolutely valid. I'm living in hypothetical as well. So I mean, everything that we're saying, I think we can bookend this because we have still so many more games to play. So
yeah, that's
also
fair.
I want to bring something up. A lot of the people that are Amorim out, name me one manager with yesterday's lineup that would have got you a win. Name one manager in world
Ted
football.
Lasso.
Yeah, Ted Lasso maybe.
Actually,
Alex.
so if I have to give an honest answer to this, Ed, I think someone like a Nuno or a Sean Dyche that doesn't play, that is not trying to get to any attractive football, that just wants to win a game. I think they can probably do it, but we're not looking for that, right?
But didn't we complain about how Ten Hag, we had no identity?
We did,
and now that we have an identity, everybody's complaining with a 1-1 draw and trying to throw the manager under the bus and doing all this. What do we want? What do we want? Do we want the highest XG or the lowest XG?
But that's the thing, people can't level out their expectations. So it's like one moment I want ice cream, the next moment I want a whole Sunday cake. Or it's like level your expectation to what you have. There's a mismatch in the team. We don't have everybody that we would want. And even if we change the system to a back four, we still have struggling compartments in that team. So what is the expectation? Casemiro is still not the best DM we should have. Nor is Ugarte the best box-to-box midfielder we should have. But we're making do. We have a 19-year-old and an injury-prone Lisandro Martinez holding down the back. Luke Shaw, who doesn't seem like he can run very fast. And Dallo, who is a light switch player. He's on and off. Sometimes he's focusing, other times it's like his mind's just drifting. I don't know. So
I think players like Dallo, you would get the most out of him if you had somebody competing for that position behind him. You know what I mean? And we don't have that. There's no competition in the team right now.
And I also think Dallo has self-identified as a squad player. We keep trying to make him a first team player because he's never asked for contracts that are bigger than what he's on. He's on 80K right now. Even when he was our player of the season under Ten Hag, when we had all those injuries, he was never like beating his chest, being like, I'm the best right back in the world, etc. Right? I think it's again points to a squad building issue. Not that you're disagreeing with that, but my point is, I think we need somebody ideally to start ahead of Dallo, who he's the one giving competition to. Right?
I have a wild shot for that.
Yeah.
Who we can go for. A lot of people aren't going to agree, and I really don't like him because he also played for Bayern as well, and I didn't like him at Bayern, but I think he would do well for us. Joao Cancelo, who wants to leave Saudi and come to Europe.
He was linked with somebody, I think,
Inter.
as of today.
He's linked with Inter.
He's got mind
a
problems,
lot
dude.
of attitude issues.
I know he does. I know he does.
He's got mental issues. Like he's not a normal human.
And he's not.
I know
he wouldn't pass. He wouldn't pass clean living professionals because he fell out so gloriously with Pep. And then even
there's something
there's this marker. There's a marker on me when I see someone go to Saudi. I just immediately tune them out because there's some type of like money preference there.
Oh wait, you're saying you don't want John Durant to come join United?
Oh hell no.
He did have a fallout with Pep that was pretty public actually.
Yeah.
No, what happened though? I don't know what happened.
They just had disagreements.
It was literally one training session. There was one thing and a back and forth, and boom, after that, Pep, and listen, to Pep's credit, shipped him off the club.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, it was as simple as he got dropped and he didn't deal with it well.
And he just shipped him out.
Oh, he got robbed? Okay.
Yeah.
He got dropped and he didn't deal well with it. It's as simple as that.
Yep.
He doesn't have the right mentality. He would be taught.
Was he talking to Di Maria?
I'm just
Is that-
talking about ability on pitch, though. I'm not talking
No,
about
profile wise,
size.
I think he's so good.
Yeah.
A 2-footed player that can stretch the pitch nobody's doubting his ability, but I think that's also the issue now. We have to like think about what type of profile of player, not even just like fit within the system, profile of player that's coming in. Because when we're looking at like a supplementary striker to come in, we got links today to Mateta, and that was funny because we were thinking it was Mateta or Sheshko. Now in this scenario, I would take Mateta and I would play him over Sheshko right now throughout the end of the season if that's an opportunity. Because Sheshko's in dire need of someone with seasoned veteran experience in the Premier League, someone that he can watch. And when you talk about link-up play, Sheshko has good technical ability, but Mateta has good decision-making ability when it comes to being a link-up player. Now, he's an XG
Also,
underperformer.
he knows how to use
but-
his body. That sounds weird
Yeah.
to say, but you know what I'm saying? Like
We need Kerwin. Where's
Guys,
Kerwin?
Are we talking about January or are we talking about the summer? Like
January.
Mateta is not happening in Jan. Mateta is not happening in January.
No, because
bro.
he's got a
It's-
contract that expires in 2027, and apparently
He's not re-signing.
playing hard to get at Crystal Palace. So there is a chance that they might
for
move him.
Palace it gets them the same amount of money whether they sell him now or they sell him in the summer. Even with 1 year left, they get the 20 or whatever 15.
I don't want to give too
whatever
much
anyone's
away,
willing
but
to pay for it.
James was saying it. That's why I'm saying it. Like I have no personal insight into this news, but James said that Mateta might be something we're looking at.
Let's say prototypically a striker like a Mateta. If it's not Mateta, like a Gurasi, like that type of seasoned, can get you just a bagsman, not
Bring
in
in
that
Harry
up and
Kane.
coming. Kane, I would love in the summer. Honestly, that would be
Aren't
the
we trying to
perfect
get
age
that-
profile.
He's just trying to get rid of the Bayern squad, dude. It's like, you know what?
There's good value there.
Yeah,
Give me
there is
Elise. Hey, give me Elise. Give me Musiala. And
Ah,
then
no,
we're
you
talking.
you can't take any of those guys.
Wait, no, serious though. Like, tell me one player from Bayern that you really like that would be good in this system. And
Pavlovic.
don't give me
Kane.
the obvious.
I-
Don't give me
Pavlovic.
Musiala, Olise. Yeah.
Pavlovic or
Coleman?
Harry Kane?
No, come on, man. Just give me
Pavlovic.
someone I haven't really thought of, like top of my head. Like,
Well, I'll give you the one that you
Kingsley?
guys think will be good, but will be a disaster class. Upamecano.
Oh,
no,
hell
I don't like.
No
him,
one
dude.
thinks he'll be
He's got a
good.
head loss.
No one thinks he'll be good.
He's a head loss.
Off to Real, please. Get out of
Overrated,
get out of us.
I just think Ben has played in so many systems where he was the main guy, never did have, how Sean said, that striker that's going to guide him and help him out in certain situations. And I think he would benefit a lot from that. I don't know if Mateta's the guy, but it needs to be somebody that has grit and that sort of attitude, the mentality. Because I was looking at the heat maps last night, and if you look at Benjamin's heat map, he has like the least amount in the final third of a lot of the strikers in the league.
Sub 30 touches, I believe in.
What about Pavlovic?
Pavlovic
Yeah.
would, but you're not going to get him for less than like 80 million.
Bob Brain
That's
sent
fine. I'm
about
just
Carl
asking you
Ito.
who'd be good.
There's a
What's that,
Bob
Brian?
Brain sent about Carl Ito.
Yeah,
that
but
was
you know
bad
what?
from
He hasn't
Munchen
seen the
Gladbach, I
pitch a
think.
lot. He gets Upamecano gets picked over him.
Yeah.
He
Isn't it
suffers
his
from
first
also
season?
when. Yeah, it is. He also suffers a lot from when the ball goes over his head, kind of like same way as Kim does when the ball's in the air. Ito suffers a lot when the ball
Yeah.
gets played in behind him.
So there's a mobility issue then.
Yeah, and reading the game type of issue. But
Okay.
at the end of the day, I think it's either Elliot
Go on.
Anderson,
This is
Baleba.
our designated German scout. Give us some other players from the German league that you think would be good.
David Rahm is the number one from the
Yeah, that's-
Bundesliga
I
for me.
was saying that. I mentioned it on the
Um,
video, but I seen Footy.
You should have seen. There was a members video.
There was a
that-
members
yeah.
video. Number one shot was David Raum, but
Yep.
he's the captain for Leipzig. He makes 150 bags. So
But that's what I would like.
Worth it though.
I also
I mean-
think
No, I agree.
Stiller,
Definitely
Stiller
worth it.
wouldn't be bad, but Stiller would also be a band-aid signing. Felix
aren't you worried
Demetra,
about his physicality though? Because he looks like a luxury player a little bit.
he gets stuck in. He still gets stuck in. He tries to get stuck in. There's not really that many players I think in the Bundesliga that would come into our system and do well in the midfield. That is, and I'm a Bundesliga lover. Trust me. it's just not who we need right now. There's like if you see like Wirtz, right? He's coming in, he's struggling. He's a world-class player still, no matter what anybody says. The kid is a phenomenal player. But you come into the Premier League and you're paying that tax of I'm gonna have somebody on me instantly, boom, I have 0 seconds to react. I gotta make a split decision right away, you know, and that's where I think it's either Elliot Anderson, Baleba, or Wharton. Wharton is third on my list. Anderson is first. Baleba is second. And if you have a chance and you have to spend 100 for Anderson in January, if there's even a 1% chance, you go for
Gotta
it
do it.
and you make it public.
Yep.
Okay. Any other shouts from anybody else? Because I want to pose a different question, right? We talked about Mateta for the striker. Is there a 30-plus-year-old striker that's out there that you would take? And I'm going to throw some names
Danny
out.
Danny Welbeck, hands
let
down.
me throw the names out, bro. Just
That guy Welbs.
hold on. So there's Lewandowski, there's Karim Benzema, there's Mauro Icardi, there's Alvaro Morata. I know these are not inspiring names, but the point is to give some competition to Benjamin Šeško, something off the bench, and someone to learn from. So at least like with Lewandowski and Benzema, you got someone to learn from, right? And the wages and stuff will be difficult, but that's not my department. I'm just saying, if we're thinking in that direction, is it Danny Welbeck or bust?
There is just one name. It's Daniel Ni Taki Mensah Welbeck. So 5 names, but one dude. Get him in. He knows the club. He respects the club. The fans have respect
DNA
for him.
structure. Yeah.
Always scores against us. So, you know, when he comes back to us, he's got a double point to prove, right? So he's going to do well. You get him on a 1.5-year contract. He's 35 now. He'll be 37 by the time the deal is done in 2027. He can retire here. Farewell, my dear. Give him a testimonial.
Oh, no. He's going to be the
Everything's
next
sealed.
member on Inside Carrington. He's going to be the next panelist on Inside Carrington.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wouldn't put it past him to score more goals in these 1.5 years than he did in his first 4 or 5 years stint.
Oh, wait, I have another shout. He's going to be the next Loans and Pathways guy after Johnny Evans left.
I think Johnny Evans took one look at Jack Fletcher and he's like, there is no way I can do anything with this kid. I'm quitting.
The only pathways to the bench.
So,
Yeah.
He said his job's too hard. I'm out.
Yeah.
Weren't we
Game's gone.
trying?
Go ahead.
Weren't we trying to get Ollie Watkins from Villa this summer, anyways? Because Amram wanted a veteran striker over Sesko. Sesko was like third or fourth choice to who we actually wanted over like Hugo.
Well, he also wanted Emi Martinez, right? So he was generally going for like win now type of players. Ollie Watkins is a good shot. Let me just look at his contract. His contract expires in 2028.
he became too important at work. You know, they're in like they're almost in a title charge with Watkins. So I don't think they're going to give up like for anything less than
not January, but like even in the summer, like Ollie Watkins as a shout.
Dude, if you're talking summer, then I got really good names for you. If you're really talking
let's
summer,
do it.
then Jared Bowen, bro, absolutely. Jared Bowen, proven Prem scorer. He's 29, right? He'll turn 30 next season. Give him a 3.5-year contract, right? He's on the same money as Mbumo is on, so you don't need to give him a pay rise because anyways West Ham is going down. So
Bowen
you
as
tell
a
him that
centre
basically,
forward?
bro. Sorry.
Do you think his
Bowen as a
profile
centre
is
So
good
so
as a
here's
center
the
forward?
thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. He's played a lot of games for West Ham as a centre forward, right?
Right, I know
And
that.
I'm not particularly looking for a centre forward to give direct competition to Sesko only. I'm looking for a versatile forward, right? I'm looking for someone who can interchange with those three, and in a pinch, he can even play in the right wing back position.
Similar
Yeah,
to what we
yeah,
saw with
Nicola
the Semenyo
yeah.
links. We were thinking somebody
Yeah,
that can play
but the
across the
thing is,
line but provide competition.
Exactly. But the thing is, Semenyo's never played as a centre forward. This
Really?
dude
I
has.
thought
Jared Bowen has.
I thought he
Yeah.
had all these interviews referring to how I should be number 9. So he's never even played once, huh?
No, he was
down
technically a number
because
9. He got converted to
Bournemouth.
a winger.
Yeah.
They
Was
need
it
to
at
bring in-
Bournemouth he was or no?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Ed.
No.
What'd you say?
He was a striker when Bournemouth signed him.
Oh, okay.
And
So like at
Iraola turned him into a winger.
in the pyramid. Okay.
I
got it.
think they should have really went for Victor Osimhen when that
Oh,
whole
yeah.
saga was going
That's
down.
the guy.
Osimhen wanted too
That's
much
my
money
name.
though.
That's it. I know he wants a
It's
lot of
time to
money, but
pay.
you gotta pay.
No,
He's
I
wor-
think
he's-
it wasn't
he's
the
worth
money
it, though.
here. It was the clause in the contract where he said if we don't get Champions League, I still want the same money, and that's something they didn't want to do. So it wasn't necessarily with the wage demand itself. It was more to do with the Champions League asterisk.
And
that he
also,
wanted.
wouldn't you say that he was the only superstar that was on the list of center forwards? And I think with that came the whole tribe and village that was with him, so to say, where you have a lot of people that you're taking care of.
Yeah.
And it was hard to kind of vet that in a team that is still quote unquote in transition. Now, if you would have like reduced his wage demands, totally different. I think we would have just signed him, but I don't think he was willing to give that type of leeway to us.
And
But
such a
that means we have to
Goldilocks
shop
move,
in a
dude. Like
different
you
category,
want the
though.
bag, but you don't want to go to Saudi. You still want to play top flight football, but you also want the bag. So you choose like the
Very
just right
bizarre
kind of
choice.
deal.
Yeah, I was very
absolutely.
perplexed by it. But he is quality. You put him in any league, he's quality. I mean, my favorite is the assist he had for was it Kvaratskhelia? Like where he just starts like chesting it and then goes into yeah. Oh my god,
Dude,
that's a
what I
player
like-
too. Yeah.
What I like about Osimhen is he's not a player that I immediately look at and say he's worth the money or he's that good, but somehow he just gets it done. You know, he looks a little
Inevitable.
awkward on the ball.
He's got the inevitable gene.
Yeah, but he's the type of guy who I think the opposing center back looks at and it's like this guy's just horrible. He's all elbows. You know, like how do I deal with this guy?
He knows where the goal is, wherever he is
Yeah.
on the pitch. That's the thing. There's another
Yeah.
shout I want to throw in there, but he'll never come to the Prem because he's a Spanish league merchant. Iago Aspas. I think he's a
Ooh.
phenomenal
Oh
footballer.
yeah, he's a very good finisher.
He was struggling in the
Um,
Premier League because of the pace.
Me too.
The physicality-
I agree with Ayun there. I don't think Iago Aspas makes it in the Prem.
You know who I've recently just came to mind, guys. Who would be nice off the bench for us? Marwan Fellaini, as just like a horrible striker to put in the front in the last 20 minutes. I just enjoyed watching that guy play, man.
You
When
really
he had
want
his-
to
I
bring
think
back the
that's what
trauma,
it
huh?
is. I think it's a nostalgia of how many times he did that for us in the past, right? Like,
What do you
'cause
guys-
I loved
He'd
it
be
too
better than,
in
he'd
the
be
past.
better than
but-
Harry Maguire to put up top.
yeah.
Would you guys take Scott?
McTominay,
Yep.
bro, I'd take him to dinner. I'd take him anywhere. Like
No, but being honest, because we're talking about somebody that can be a focal point.
you seen
someone
that haircut since he's gone to Napoli, bro?
He's got the aura, baby. Oh yeah.
And
See,
the
he's talking-
front three,
Remember the
absolutely.
quote? Remember the quote? He goes, "Oh my god, the tomatoes! I've never tasted tomatoes like this." You're just like, dude.
I don't think he would come back, dude, and I wouldn't blame
know-
him. Like I don't think I would come back, no matter how much I love the club.
But he loves the one
does
thing I will
love the
give him
club, I
over
just don't-
Hoyland. I found it very distasteful. Hoyland's comments. Okay,
Yeah, he said I used to be a.
It different though. Like
Sorry.
guy grew up at United from age 6. The other guy came in here at 19. There's
No, but
different.
he's a
but
United
he's
fan.
still Hoyland loves
He's a United fan, dude.
Yeah, it's still, but like it's different from somebody. This is his home. He didn't want to leave.
No, the difference is
Dude,
A1.
Yeah, but then you look at Menu. He's the exact opposite, right? So just because someone's been here from the age of 6, it doesn't make a difference
No,
of how
but-
you treat the club
But
and how
this,
you look at it.
this is a McTominay trade, though. We all know this about McTominay.
Yeah, so that's what
From
we're
the young
saying.
age.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely bang on. It's McTominay is a loyal guy, so that's what we're talking about.
It's to do with McTominay, not that he's been in the
Here's the reason I
academy for
wouldn't
so
take
many
him back. Because if I bring McTominay back, I would have to play him in Bruno Fernandes' position. Because that's where he has played.
no shot, no shot in hell. He plays up top near the top.
No, he played like more like an 8.
He's got to be.
I don't
Well,
think
like
so.
Napoli.
I think he
He's a
plays.
number
I
8 for
think he
Napoli.
plays as. I think he becomes like Amarim would probably use him more as a striker, and still play Bruno in the back. And the benefit is I'll explain why. Because McTominay was never good defensively, but if you put him further up the pitch, the defense he gives you from there is very useful. Even for Scotland, he played in the front
No,
too.
that's
as a
false though. When
4-4-2.
people said McTominay was never good defensively, McTominay couldn't pass. That's why he can't play in the middle. But he
No,
was
but he
one of the
couldn't
best.
read-
He
played
can,
defensive
though.
midfield.
He couldn't read the game, bro. He couldn't intercept a ball to save his life.
No,
And he also just let players past him. Like he was-
offensively, not defensively. offensively.
defensive,
not
bro.
defensively.
Defensively, how do you think he got his goal?
So to your point, Awen, in the final third, he's not having to dictate tempo. He's not having to be a progressor. He's already there. He's the box crasher. He's the goal threat, and he has a repertoire of goals and a ton of data point in Italy to show that he's literally a Ballon d'Or level candidate. He's not. This
But
isn't
you
like
said the keyword though, a box crasher, which means he's coming after, not before.
Well,
You know,
hold
but
on.
as-
the tens
Yeah.
in our system drop
So-
deep and then they crash the box. Like
So
What?
if you drop deep, like
We're not getting
you guys
McDonald's.
realize there's only
no, we're
it's
not.
We're not
Were
getting
you the
him.
one who suggested it? Who suggested it?
Sean,
Who threw that
the other
grenade?
Armenian.
Okay,
Is this just because it was an Armenian doesn't mean it's me?
I
Guys, I'm gonna hop off
Alright.
now.
You guys are very
take
close.
care,
to each
Brian.
other.
All right, Brian.
Alright.
Take care. Happy New Year.
So
Yeah, happy New Year,
and
man.
Same
the
to you
striker,
guys.
if we're
Well,
looking
happy
for
New Year.
striker,
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thanks.
Maybe I'll pop a champagne in all your names.
Yes. What
somebody
was I
said
gonna
the name
Oh wait,
earlier.
Rishi, happy New Year officially, bro. You're in. I totally missed this
He's
when
in
you
the
first
future,
joined.
man.
It's already
Yeah,
the New
Happy
Year.
New
here,
Year,
yes. Thank you.
Happy New Year, man.
Happy
New Year.
2026. Hopefully
New Year to
United
you
are
all, too.
winning where you are.
You're 12 hours ahead of me. Is it 12:15 right now over there?
13 and a half.
Oh, so it's 1:15.
1:45.
13 and a half
45. Yeah,
hours.
yeah,
Yeah.
Can I give a strike for a shot for a striker?
Can I hold on? I promise
go.
this is spicier. Okay.
Go for it.
Speaking of players that we should bring back to the club, this player is available in the summer, and his name is Memphis Depay.
no, just no. No.
I'm just saying. I
Yeah.
gave you a shout. You said striker shout. I think. What are you going to search for a tenor so you can contribute to this deal? What's going on, man?
Maybe Memphis
Okay,
bring us the
He's
pies.
going to get the credit card to get gifted 5 memberships.
Memphis bring us the pies is only for what's it called? Luke Shaw. That's only for Luke Shaw.
I don't know why Luke Shaw's getting so much hate. I think he's played hard every single game. I know
He's
he's
trying
not
to
the
go to
most
the World
quality
Cup.
player,
Sorry.
but he
I,
hasn't been our
I
worst
thought I heard you
player.
say Memphis Depay.
I think
No,
I
he
was
said
saying-
Memphis.
Yeah.
Oh, Memphis. Okay. Oh, the Portuguese. Okay. Different player.
I said it was Luke Shaw saying Memphis bring the pies.
Yeah, makes more
Okay,
sense.
that's it, yeah.
From Greg's. No, I mean he was a good player, like especially wherever else he went after United. And we're talking about what the #1 leader in the Dutch national team. That's a crazy
He still plays
tally.
for the
to have.
national team, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah. Isn't he at Corinthians right now?
He is.
Yeah.
But he's by
He
end of
actually doing
contract
good.
in the
Is
summer.
he scoring
I'm
anything
just
there?
saying.
Good.
I'm just saying. In terms of aura farming, I don't think there's a better player out there. Have you seen that clip of him where he gets bundled by somebody physically, and then he just waves them on like he get 2 players coming onto him in the Brazilian league, and so aura farming wise, he could be like that kid on top of the boat. The aura
Might as
farming
well
kid,
bring
right?
Giroud in. Bring Giroud or
Yeah.
Jean-Pierre Gignac.
Oh,
Dude,
Guignon.
honestly,
Andre Pierre.
let's put some respect on Giroud's name. I bet he still bags. Okay, like
Of course.
he's good.
Dude, you know who's not a bad shout? I'm not even joking, dude. Aubameyang isn't a bad shout.
That's a bad show.
What?
That's
Sorry.
Obama who?
No.
It's not a bad
Obama
shout.
blood clot, yeah.
Rishi,
Sean, what were you going to say?
Aubameyang is
No.
still killing it, dude. He's an insane goal scorer. Bring him on, and he loves doing these 1-year deals. You know, he wants to do this pilgrimage at various clubs. He's done his Chelsea, he's done his Barcelona, right? He's done his Arsenal. He like to complete the quartet. He'd love to come to United and
Yeah.
Oh my
take that off
days.
too.
Go ahead, Sean.
I was
You're gonna
thinking,
say
and
Mkhitaryan, bro, because I'm gonna end the stream
no,
right now.
no, we're done. We're good. We're good. Nelson, let's tag team this. Let's tag team this. Nelson, let's tag team
He's
this.
a guy,
Inter.
Nicholas Jackson.
Dude,
No. Hey, please.
That's a good
please.
shot, Nelson. Actually,
Listen.
Nicholas
yeah, okay,
Jackson,
yeah, you
boys.
guys, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
sorry, Nelson, you guys tag team. Can I just say, Nelson, you would have said this too.
Is this some pseudonym for Nicolas Cage and Samuel Jackson? Because I take that guy over the actual Nicolas Jackson.
Brother.
Listen, when we signed him, I was talking to Shant. I was like so hopeful. Like maybe he's just been really unlucky at Chelsea. He gets in such good position. He comes in right, and in his first game, I'm watching go. I'm like, oh God, please no. And the next game, and the next game, and the next game he doesn't play. I'm like, thank God we realized do not play him in those 40 games because we do not want that you know, obligation to moan
Yeah.
to moan
You know-
at him. He is not. No, he can't. He can't
No.
play.
No, but hold on, bro. 75 million though. What are you saying
Yeah,
about that?
bargain.
Yeah,
13 million
75
loan
million.
fee.
Listen, pay me
That's
half of that, and I'll
insane.
put up the same numbers as him.
Brother, that's
No, bro.
crazy.
Like honestly, you should have just kept Choupo-Moting. I mean, is he still there?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what this Nicholas Jackson thing was. He's bagging them for Senegal. He scored
It was
2 goals in the
because
AFCON.
it was because of injury. We've been through so many injuries that Bayern are very scared of injuries right now for
Yeah, but,
anybody.
like, can't
right?
you just give the lunch lady a bonus and like win the league, bro? Like, come on.
No, you. I mean, okay, man. All right.
Okay, I'll give you 2. One is out of this world. We're never getting him, but would be perfect. And the other one is what I think Nelson would at least co-sign. First one, Julian Alvarez. I think
I mean, bro,
Oh,
come
we
on.
can't
Like,
get him.
okay.
but
Go get
yeah,
him.
we
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
get
yeah.
him. We can't. But
though,
that's but
Jesus.
okay. But the second one, more approachable. Marcus Thuram.
Oh,
I think. Listen,
I would do unspeakable things to get.
that's
Marcus
why you're
Thuram
off
in here.
camera right now.
Oh my lord, no.
No, but I think those. Okay, if you're going for a player that's like
Nelson,
shown
where's
as-
the camera, bro? What are you actually doing?
Nelson,
Now just
Nelson.
Yeah.
Nelson, what if we threw in Kefren along with Marcus?
Oh,
what would the
oh,
unspeakability
oh.
level go
Bring
to?
the dad too.
Hey, and well, yeah, what if we bring in Lillian?
That
But you
would
know,
be trivia.
but alongside Rishi's Bowen shout, I think Ayose Perez would be someone that I would look at. Somebody who can provide competition in that, like, just across the front line. I think we need more of those like players that have either played in the Prem or players that are really versatile but still be a good attacking threat. Because right now the dynamics are so messed up with the carrying progression of Cunha and then not having any type of creator distribution. Šeško having all the load of having to be the guy in the final third. You need somebody that's at least a good goal threat in front of goal. So
If we
I have
had,
a name. I have a name that might be wild. Ivan Toney.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
how
And
much?
it's gettable.
I'll bet
Ivan
on
Toney
him.
is probably gettable.
I'll bet on him.
Listen, Ivan Toney, Sandro Tonali,
Yeah.
Lucas Paqueta.
No, so this is more like a backup for Šeško, right? Ivan Toney can do a job, and if just
Tony just strikes me as a go big or go home type of player. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
he's good, man. We kind of
He's
need
good.
that.
He's
man,
eye
nowadays, man.
contact
I think he
merchant.
become too soft.
but you know when you said Julian Alvarez, like I
Yeah,
don't even
right.
think he would bench Šeško. I just think he would bench Cunha, play
Yeah.
in the 10.
Oh,
and
I was
just
gonna
be
say, I was like, brother,
so
I'm the biggest
good.
Šeško fan, but he benches
Yeah.
him every day of
No,
the week.
I don't think he would bench him.
No,
I think
yeah.
he would bench Cunha.
Can
His
I be
ability
honest
to
though?
carry
Like,
the ball.
no shade on any of our. He's probably the best player in our team if he comes in.
Yeah,
Easily,
He benches a
Easily.
too.
yeah.
easily.
Like I actually thought it was crazy that Pep let him go.
Yeah,
Like that
me
was
too.
actually you can clearly tell the downfall was when
People say it was Rodri, but I think letting him go was a big
Yeah.
mistake. They didn't need 80 million, bro. They were 80.
No.
What is 80 million to
No.
Abu Dhabi? Like
No.
freaking investment.
Exactly.
But it could also be said that he was unhappy with his playing time and City.
No,
Yeah.
he
being the
wanted to
org-
leave.
For
Yeah,
sure.
they let him
Exactly.
For sure,
go.
And
for
It
sure.
was.
So
He
to be
pushed the
honest
boat.
with you, like I wish our club would do that. Like I don't like this whole people want to leave and our club goes, no, you can't leave. I hate that. That just shows me how weak you are financially. Because if someone wants to leave and you have money, you say, yeah, sure, go ahead. We'll just get somebody else.
But realistically, the problem is, Samix, that we're like 3 years at least behind where you want us to be, to be asking for that. It's like, you know,
We
it's
might
like
be
me asking
forever
for
behind. I
caviar.
don't-
It's
I
like
don't-
me asking for caviar in every meal, and I don't have like bread to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
Well, we gotta start getting caviar on Klarna then. You know, we
Well,
have
you
to
don't-
like get at least
Caviar.
one quality guy.
You don't
You know?
benefit by
Think
making
about
someone
caviar,
to stay
guys.
who doesn't want to stay.
It doesn't have
There's
to be
no-
Iranian Osetra. We can just get like find some random fish and just try to
Okay,
get
yeah,
the
there we
you know.
go. The
Okay.
Erwan
No
ball
letting
knowledge.
Armenian food.
Nah,
Guys, I just don't see the what do you benefit by forcing someone to stay though? I don't see.
No, you
the
don't. You don't. We're with you. We're with you. Like 100%. Like that's what Sir
yeah,
Alex
I'm
used to
with
do,
that.
right? If anything, Pep's like taking out of Sir Alex's book, right?
Oh,
With all that
yeah.
stuff, because we let the biggest names go, bro. Yap Stam. We let Beckham go. like Rooney eventually left, right? There's so
Ronaldo.
many players.
Yeah.
Ronaldo as well. Tabi Samfana says, guys, I have a confession to make. I'm Indy Kayla, and here's the latest scoop. Man United will get Warren Zaire Emery in 2026. Mark my words.
He'd come into the Prem and get clattered
No,
instantly.
Warren Zaire Emery isn't even starting for them.
Brother, KFC called. They need you back at the shift.
Like they brought in Due because Due was better than Warren Zaire Emery. Like,
Yeah,
come
Dewey
on.
plays center mid as well, right?
Yeah, he plays center mid. He plays center
But
mid.
he's playing fullback now.
He plays everywhere, Rishi. Proper utilitarian. Like
He's really athletic.
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
here's an interesting question for you. It's approaching New Year's Eve, right?
Okay.
It's time to get reckless. One player from PSG that you would take, and you can't give me the Ballon d'Or top 3 or whatever, right? Can't be Dembele, can't be Vitinha. Give me.
Jean-Neves.
It can't be Jean-Neves. No, can't be
Hakimi.
Jean-Neves. Tell me another player.
Oh, Hakimi's a shout, Rishi. Hakimi's the right shout.
No Joao
Any
Neves.
day.
One second.
Yeah.
Noon Mensch.
No,
Can you pick that?
Hakimi's
Like,
better.
none of those. should
Hakimi's
be-
better than
Injury,
Noon
dude.
Mensch?
Hakimi's
the
the best
injury
right back
worry,
in the
though.
world. Dude,
You just like it because you put all of his assets in his mom's name. Come
None
on.
of those
That's
should be, Andy, those should all not be available.
Brother.
either.
how do you know?
To be fair, respect.
I
You know
think
what I'm saying?
Baracola, though.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
He's done more for masculinity than all of the other managers combined. Okay.
But no, Hakimi would be the best. Honestly, the best player. If we were to give him one.
Nightwing.
Nightwing gifted 5
Yo.
members. Let's go,
Oh, there we
man.
go.
Good job, Nightwing.
First membership gift of the year.
Oh, we got it. Hold on. We got a Liverpool
the
fan who
Liverpool-
got a membership.
The Liverpool fan got a membership.
No shot.
Wait, I thought isn't Tactical Devils? Isn't that AUN?
That's
Or-
AUN, yeah.
No.
No,
Tactical
that's,
Devils
that's-
is semi.
That's the European dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
Jarvis.
European dude. Right?
Jarvis,
Okay, okay.
Jarvis, man.
Jarvis.
Wait,
Yeah,
what's
Jarvis.
your channel's name, AUN?
Devil Talk, right?
Devil's Talk.
Devil's
AM,
Talk.
like Ammon.
You'll forgive me for the resemblance to the other name, because I
Yeah.
could have sworn you got it earlier, right? You got a gifted membership earlier.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. What was I going to say? So listen, everyone got too giddy with the PSG shot. I heard like 2 names. We have 7 people
I
here.
have one.
Okay.
You guys are so obsessed with taking wingers and turning them into a fullback. What about Baracola?
No.
Awful
Baracola.
footballer.
Awful.
Horrible
Barcola's
player.
terrible.
No,
Barcola's
like he's a
terrible.
good winger.
Bad
No.
No,
No.
you
And
guys
James
are
was
good.
better.
No, it's not.
Shame.
Sean
Shame.
Greg
Winger in what
Jenkins was
sport?
better.
Did you guys watch last season?
Yeah, no, I'm watching this
Yeah.
season, bro. There's a
No,
reason
no,
why
this-
they bought Kvaratskhelia, bro.
Nelson, you got it from me, man.
There's levels though, Nelson.
Like, I have a
Nelson, there's
camera in
levels
the
though.
bedroom.
There's levels though. There's
Yeah.
levels to this, right?
Okay.
Yes. Like the wingers they have are much better than him, but he's better than like Dorgu, who's playing like left
No,
wing back.
no,
for
I'm
us.
not
problem
kidding.
is-
I'm
I'll
not
tell you-
joking.
I'll tell you what the problem is.
Yeah.
Barcola reminds me a lot of Rashford in the sense that
Yeah.
he's a luxury player, doesn't want to
Barcola
work
is
hard. He doesn't
Anthony,
have the
not
work
even
rate.
Rashford.
No,
Barcola is Anthony.
No,
AUN.
no.
That's
Yes,
harsh.
he is.
That's
No, he's
Dude,
not.
the guy.
you know
can
what?
do
You know what
right-
sucks? I can
You mean
see
you
it.
haven't been
I can
watching him?
see
The
it.
guy-
That's what
the guy
He's the
sucks.
can have-
Sociedad. He's the
the guy can have
Sociedad.
The guy can
Sociedad
have-
Anthony. Yeah.
The guy could have a coin with 2 heads on it, and he'll call tails every time. That's a bad.
Betis. That's Sociedad.
No.
What are these shouts, dude?
I'm
But
not
that's
joking.
the one you can get out of PSG.
Yeah, they would want to sell him.
No, but
Yeah,
we're
it's a
not.
problem.
Listen, I didn't say realistic. I didn't say we'd give them Ugarte back. Like we're not talking about that, right?
I feel
I'm
like
buying
they're
play for
aren't
the
there aren't
Liverpool.
they like shining like Barcola as if he's like this prized asset. He's like, oh,
Yeah,
Liverpool's
they're
interested.
trying
Oh,
to sell him,
my
though.
brother, they're trying to get rid of him.
They're trying to get rid of him, man.
Yeah.
Do you
I
know how many
actually
Because
times
they have
they
a
missed
better
open
wingers.
chances?
That's what it. Because the
They
wingers
offered
they
him
have
to
are
Bayern
better.
for
wanna-
80 million.
I want to shift the conversation a little bit from just going off what Andy said. And if we're talking about getting caviar, right? Say we get the caviar. First question is how far away are we from being able to afford caviar or being able to lure caviar to our club, right? And
Rishi,
second question,
can I-
who would that
Yeah, sorry.
caviar be?
So
When
can
is
I
the-
give my answer for the PSG player because I haven't answered yet?
Yeah. Go for
I
it.
would love to get Cardona from
Yeah,
PSG.
Kvaratskhelia. Oh,
Right?
dude.
Oh.
And
At
I'll tell you
Napoli, I
why.
was twerking for him, man. It was crazy.
No, and listen, the reason why I want him to come to the club is because I think that is the biggest kick up the backside we can give Cunha.
Yes.
The biggest kick up the backside, because he would start over Cunha instantly.
Yeah.
He would be our left 10, and Cunha would have to work hard. It would be Cunha versus Šeško. The conversation would be done.
Yeah.
And then Cunha,
Yeah.
I actually think this is the biggest compliment I can pay Cunha. I think Cunha with his head straight and figuring out small aspects of his game that he keeps making mistakes on can be as good or come close to Kvaratskhelia. I actually think he's got that profile in him, but
But Andy, I'll tell you
he's
what.
far away from it right now.
Kvaratskhelia coming to our club, making 300 grand at United, means Cunha makes 500 grand at Saudi. There is no way he remains at this club. He goes to Saudi. I think
Yeah.
Cunha, if he doesn't make it here,
That's a different question.
Yeah.
Listen, if we get him, because you said caviar, right? I'm not sitting here imagining Kvaratskhelia making 200K a week. I'm just saying if we're
Right.
looking at caviar. Now, to answer your first question, which is, I believe, how do we get caviar to the club? I think I'm telling you right now, there is not a single other manager who is more charismatic, who is fit for the profile of a United manager than Amram. So we need this project to go well, not just for this year, but for next year. We get to the end of next year. My prediction is we're going to be firmly in the top 4, maybe even, higher than that. And that will be us seeing him working his magic like he worked at Sporting. And that's going to be our best shout. It's not INEOS. It's not Jason Wilcox. Any of these Donnies that are like getting their foot up in the world by going from lower positions in other clubs to higher positions here.
but you think that would be enough? Would that be enough for a player to turn down 20, 30, 40% more money at a City or a PSG?
Yes, I'll tell you why. Because we're going to be in a position where we can pay up to 300K. We won't be firmly rooted at 200. I think, in fact, I'll go a step further and say, I think Wilcox, Barada, Jim Ratcliffe, everybody at INEOS is looking at Amarim as the guy to get them forward, because without him, they're clueless.
I will
Right?
also add to
He's
that.
the key piece.
I will also add to that, to Andy's point, but also to rebuttal a little bit of what Rishi said. If we are in Champions League, the wage offer won't be much less, because our Champions League wages are pretty good.
Yeah, they're respectable.
25% more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good. So I don't think that the wage offer that we would make would be pretty good, and then it would be up to the player to stay in Champions League, right? Like following years to keep
So
getting
that's
that
my
wage.
point, Semix, because the UCL money would take both Cunha and Mbumo up to 250.
Correct.
Right? And I think Marmouche is on 300 plus bonuses, right? So we could compete for an Elliot Anderson. Actually, hold on a second. Now that I'm thinking about it, if we get Champions League this year, that could be the difference between us getting Anderson or not.
100%.
100%.
Definitely.
Oh, I'm totally
Without
in
Champions
agreement.
League, we don't get Anderson.
Yeah,
I think
that's what I've said.
we can go to 300 from 250. We can't go to 300 from 200.
Correct.
Right.
No, not at all.
We're not getting Elliot Anderson without Champions League. Like not even
100%.
0% chance.
Unless
0%.
January, unless we make a public bid, statement of intent, and make it such that because City are allocating 65 towards Semenyo immediately, they will not be under the discretion or the threshold to make that bid in January. So you have to give an offer that Forest cannot refuse. And if there's anything to the Ben Jacob reports about the summer clause is going to be much less than 100, it'll be something like 60, 70. You give something like a 30% premium, 40% premium on that in an offer, maybe it could happen.
Can I propose an alternative? I think there's a case to be made. We don't want to break the wage structure, right? That's what we've heard from INEOS, like from top to bottom. Why don't we offer him a fat signing bonus that makes up for it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I always love that approach. I think giving a fat signing bonus to even a
It's
free
like
signing,
in
right,
FIFA. It's like where you have a certain transfer budget and you have a wage structure. So then I give them like £1 a week, but their signing bonus, I give them 20 mil.
No, look
you
at
know?
this. Then we're
So
gonna
I
end
just
up
gotta-
like if Holland plays out the rest of the season at City, he literally owns 30% of the club because that's what they're giving him pretty much every single week. Because Holland's all close. No, he's seriously close to $1 million a week.
Yeah.
You guys realize that, right?
More
How?
He's got a 9-year
insane.
More than that, his with bonuses, he's at 825,000 GBP.
Well,
According to
Wow.
Swiss
He
Ramble,
just signed another deal for another 9 years, by the way.
No, that's the deal I'm talking about.
That's
and then
insane.
according to Swiss Ramble, and that's pounds. So in dollars, it's already over $1 million.
Yeah.
But according to Swiss Ramble, their other clubs, their salaries are underreported by 20-30% because they're not publicly listed. So United are always more accurate.
Yeah, he's probably getting paid more. Yeah, but I
He's
mean,
getting paid a whole stand a game. He
doesn't
owns the
this
whole left side of the stadium.
No.
Doesn't this whole conversation that we just had in the last 3 minutes, starting with Rishi's comment, doesn't that mean that this whole season is basically going to be decided this next month?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
I believe
next
so.
month is the most important part of this whole season. If this next month doesn't go well,
Simic,
Actually,
I don't even.
I
I think
take
actually,
it a step back. I think it got decided the second Bruno got injured.
Andy, to make this even more, to like kind of pivot to what the title was, INEOS Fraud Watch.
yeah.
If they don't back Amorim,
Now,
this really showcases what they rate him this season. Because you can't tell me you're seeing how decimated the squad is, and you don't go, oh, I'll just get one midfielder, at least for him. At least show me one guy.
I
Give me
agree.
one
Statement
guy.
of intent. This is make
Yeah.
or break, right? If I was Amorim, in fact, I don't know who Amorim is represented by, but I wouldn't be surprised
be
if it's Jorge
pissed.
Mendes. Like,
Yeah.
just get him as your agent, make some noises, because that is straight up telling him that, listen, man, you're stranded on a freaking door in the middle of the water. I'm not even gonna throw you a rope.
we always say like the Old Trafford fan base has the managers back and they're really good and stuff like that. But yesterday after the game, I was
They
watching.
were booing.
Boom.
Yeah,
They're
and I was
booing.
watching the
even at
players actually
halftime.
exiting, like
Yeah.
going to their bus or their car out
Yeah,
in the
Dolo
parking
and
lot.
Euro.
Fans
No,
were
but
booing.
but that wasn't Amorim.
Weren't they booing the players?
No, that's not- no,
I
no, I'm
heard
just
some
saying
of
they're
the
unhappy.
I heard some of the I heard some of the UK journalists say that Amorim, it wasn't Amorim actually, it was the players that they were booing. It wasn't the manager. So the
Yeah, but
you
I
still
think
got the
Even
worst
manager.
case
that, but even
scenario-
that's pretty bad.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like
the
my
worst
point
case
wasn't
scenario
about,
It is
like,
pretty bad.
The worst
No,
case scenario is going to be if INEOS say, "Oh, we'll just wait for everybody to be uninjured and we'll be fine." He can do with this. That's the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Because Amorim is not asking for players. I guarantee you, he's not asking for players.
oh,
He's not that
He's
type
saying
of
the
manager.
exact same thing you
What do
just
you mean
said.
he is?
He's saying,
well,
let's wait until we get our players back. We'll be fine. That's what Emery is actually saying.
Okay,
That's
but
his
so this
public-
is
that's what he's
so
saying in
what
public.
Semix is saying, and this is what I really want to demonstrate to a lot of people. What these executives and what these managers in these highly public positions say is almost as important as what they don't say. Just because you emote or just because you give a press saying something, it's like an art of war. You don't release all of your cards or any type of negotiating standpoint. Art of the deal. Shout out
I was
DJT.
gonna say, bro, you're reading the wrong book.
No,
That's
but
easy all
honestly,
the way.
but it's about leverage, and you cannot reveal all your cards at once. Signal the noise. You got to understand what people are saying, what they really mean, and what position they're in. I'll go even further than everyone here. This January window, if we don't get that tier 1 target, I think the INEOS system is done. We don't get
I agree
Champions
with you on
League.
that. It's failure.
We don't see out Ruben Amorim because it's going to be too much. What we're seeing from the top reds and the people at Old Trafford right now will only get louder to the point where it'll be untenable for INEOS to not make a decision.
100%.
This is what I'm saying with regards to
But
either they're going to
that's
splash the
right.
cash or they're going to do nothing. And if Amorim outperforms, then he really deserves a 10-year contract after that.
No, but that's what I'm saying, right? Because as you sit at it right here, this is a distressed asset that requires an incredible amount of money to get back to like the polished asset that it can be. It's much easier to sack Amorim and really think back, because I think it doesn't. Let's think past Amorim for a second. If they don't back Amorim and they have to sack him, that also means it's the end of their ambition at this club.
Oh yeah.
Because they're probably looking at it and saying it's much easier for us to get a Nuno type, Oli type manager and just get top 4 till we can sell the club. So Project 2028 dies with Ruben Amorim.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Like, here's where I disagree with you, Andy, is that I don't know why we keep looking as Ruben Amorim is the only project manager that out there. You can find like project managers that are more
the point is you'd have
competent.
to spend the same amount of money for that other project manager as you do for Ruben Amorim.
Yeah, what's the
Yeah.
point? Like,
But, no, okay, but here's what I'm saying. Like in their thinking, they'll be saying like maybe Ruben Amorim is not getting the best out of the asset we already have that we
then
spend
they're
money
dumber
on.
than I thought. because like the asset they
Let's
have.
just play devil's advocate for a minute, because like I agree, they should have like if
Good
this was
pun.
the guy, they should have like back him properly. If this was the guy, they are interested. But I always been saying this. I made a video about this. I'm saying like Jason Wilcock and Omer Barada are not as good as people make them out to be, and that maybe they should have actually listened to Dan Ashworth. Forget what like you guys say about it, what he wanted about the player, the British people that he wanted.
Southgate. It's not just British people. The Southgate.
But here's the thing. Hold on. Let me finish my point. What I was trying to say is that like Dan Ashworth was the only person that actually done the job that he was hired for as the head guy. And maybe he knew like something when he said Ruben Amorim is not suited to this squad, and he's going to take a lot of change to fit the squad to him. Consider the money we just spent to bring the people in.
But AUN, why do we need to go to Dan Ashworth? Hold the phone. Your point only works. No, hold on 1 second. Your point only works with the premise that Amorim hasn't gotten a good change out of the squad, which is completely false with all the numbers we're seeing. He's overperformed with the squad significantly based on where we are, with all the injuries we've had, with the players we've had.
We're using underlying numbers.
4 attackers. We sold 4 attackers, and we got 3 attackers through the door, one of which has been injury prone, right? Šeško hasn't played games.
Can I get this off my chest too? Because I will talk about that Dan Ashworth statement. I feel like they knew Dan Ashworth's ambitions weren't high enough because of Gareth Southgate and stuff like that. It's just not high enough of an ambition. And they had ambitions to actually rebuild the team and bring in someone who has a clear and identifiable system in Ruben Amorim. And I don't think that decision was wrong. But the problem is they weren't ready to put the money behind what that decision entails.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like there is no. I'm sorry. Maybe you guys can convince me that there's another explanation. To me, it's that easy.
Ayuan, as well. There's something that we need to also discuss about Dan Ashworth. Like he only was a football director at Newcastle.
No,
that was it.
At Brighton too.
He was a technical director at Brighton. Okay, he wasn't. That's not sort of
the English
football.
PFA, whatever.
Yeah, the title,
FA structure.
but
He built the spoke and wheel system at the English FA, and that's what he took to all the other clubs he's been to. And even at Newcastle, if you look at the signings that came in under him, he wasn't the guy that was scouting those signings.
Yeah,
There's a lot of success attributed to him.
I mean, the bottom line is he never worked for an organization that won a thing.
Nice. Nice.
That was sick.
Nice.
Good.
I almost said the word and then remembered I had the button here.
Good
but
stuff.
okay, in that premise, the guys that made decision that made City who they are, it's not Barada, it's not Jason Wilcock either. If we hire,
I thought Barada was the one who made decisions in the last, I think the last 2 years.
He's the one that secured Ruben Amorim. He's
Amorim
the one that
was
called for the
Barada's
fight.
No, I'm talking about
Amorim was
City.
Barada's pick.
I'm talking for City. So
no, but
it was Cheeky Bergstrain, and then okay. So, but here's the thing.
He worked in an organization that won.
Yeah, he was still the second-hand man. He was still
third-hand man at best.
Okay, but so if we're gonna diminish things, like then we're just not.
He was COO.
He was COO. He was COO.
Dan Ashworth, when his critique of Amorim has been proven to be correct. That's where you guys.
How is it correct? How do we measure correct?
He said the squad was not good for him.
Ayuan, give me no, not subjectivity. In objective terms, how has Dan Ashworth been proven correct on Ruben Amorim versus the other choices that he provided in a nice McKinsey list?
Hold on. See, Ruben Amorim came in. We have more losses than win in this year. So the fact that the squad that we are built is not suited to play the way you want to play, that's why we are losing games.
No, but AUN, we have 8 wins and we have 5 losses. So
yeah,
I'm talking about the year in total. I'm not just talking about this
No,
year.
but AUN, hold on 1 second. 1 second, AUN. So I appreciate that you want to take this in the direction of Dan Ashworth was right about this squad not being fit for Amorim.
His observation was correct, not whether he was right.
Okay. Hear me out. Let me land, right? We gave you your space to get your point across. Let me just land on this. I could have told you without any expertise, without working at Brighton or FA or living up Gareth Southgate's ass, that this squad wasn't fit for Ruben Amorim. Everybody said it. The point was ambition. The point was trying to do something different that we hadn't done before. I would argue Ollie probably in the last whatever many years had the best squad in terms of players in their prime, right? We had an issue with the midfield, but everywhere else we had some players that worked, and that's what actually got us to second and third in back-to-back seasons. Then we didn't give Ten Hag the right squad to equip him with. We every time we got him the second, third, fourth option, right?
Yeah.
So that's been happening for bare time. Where you and I disagree on, and I just want to get this clear because we've been going in circles about this, is I think you have a sense that Amorim hasn't held up his end of the bargain, on top of the fact that Gareth Southgate hasn't, was right about this system or the squad not being fit.
Dan Ashworth.
Yeah, he meant Dan Ashworth. He meant Dan
Dan
Ashworth.
Gareth
Ashworth.
Southgate isn't
Boring
right
white
about the shoes he
British
puts on in the
dude is
morning.
interchangeable. Who cares? Both are losers.
I could have said
Absolute
Graham Potter
loser
as well.
cucks.
Yeah.
Semix, throw that beating
Do the
thing over
beat.
here.
Do the
Yeah.
beat. Do the.
Yeah.
Here's the issue. Here's the issue I have with the Dan Ashworth thing. By the way, for as much as you might say, I'm with you. By the way, on Amorim has underperformed. But just so you know, by the way, I'm with you. But here's the thing: any project manager you're going to bring in is going to have the exact same issues that Amorim is facing. Amorim was not backed in January.
Okay,
Was
enough.
not backed in the summer. Was not backed. Is currently not being backed this January. We're not seeing anyone being linked with us. The only guy we were linked with was Semenyo, and he's gone. So even if you bring in, I don't care who you bring in, we're not a good enough squad for consistency. And the only reason I even say I'm backing Amorim until the end of the season. Once we finish the season, we go, okay, let's assess how it's going. That's the only way you can do it. Because you can't look at this guy and say, he's performing well in some games, and you're like, oh, well, it's whatever. And then when he's having bad games, you go,
Nelson,
oh,
one
look
of
at
the
this.
best managers of all time, Carlo Ancelotti. He went to Everton.
Everton.
Okay,
Sucked.
would you judge Ancelotti as the guy in any of his campaigns based on that stint?
No.
He didn't have the tool set. He didn't have the capabilities to take that team out of there. Now, with more ambition, if they started getting him some players that are up to his level, he's shown that he's the guy that gets the best tune out of these guys. So for us to then judge and call the curtains on something that is 20, 30, 40% of the way done is too hasty, is too subjective, and it falls victim of what the rest of the fan base is doing.
I just want to say this because, speaking of end of the season, time to end the stream, guys, but I'll just say one thing on the whole project thing. We seem to be so fixated on a project manager, getting the right project manager. What the hell is a project anyways? A project is a long-term thing where you look at sustainable improvements over time that get you to overperform compared to your peers. Okay? That's what a project is. So if you're judging and saying Amorim hasn't been good enough in his first year, duh. Right? Like he's not supposed to be good right now. It's a project. That's the whole point. If you wanted a manager that could be good right away, we should have gone and hired Nuno. Nuno would have been getting us higher. Nuno would have guaranteed top 4 with this team. And he would have played the 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1 type
Andy,
of football.
that's where I constantly
Hold on.
disagree with you.
Hold on. I'm not really looking for rebuttals because I'm really tired. I got 3 hours of sleep today. And, honestly, this topic is probably better served for a more dull day when we have nothing to talk about. It's New Year's Eve. Let's go enjoy ourselves. We've talked about Gareth Southgate and Graham Potter or whichever English cuck we're talking about. And let's just move on. Okay. So guys, thank you for the stream today.
Andy,
I may do a 10
Can I just
p.m.
tell
stream.
people that I'm going to go live
Yes,
literally
Semix is going live right after. When
Oh,
you
nice.
going live, Semix? In 15 minutes?
in about 10 minutes, 15
No
minutes.
way. What a treat. Awesome.
Let's go.
That
let's
sounded
join-
sarcastic, bro. I was like,
No. Don't- You usually don't go. No,
Oh,
come
wow,
on,
what a
dude.
treat.
Come on.
I was like, oh,
Come.
fuck.
Sorry.Ed will tell you. That's we say that. We say, oh, what a treat. Like
A delectable delight. I will be
A
there.
delectable delight. We will be there.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of delights, hopefully that guy is fit again, bro. But yeah,
Oh,
anyways.
please.
Yeah, guys, join Semix's stream right after this. He's gonna be live and show him the love too, man. This has been a great year. The Three Devils podcast has come live this year too because of your guys' support. So the last thing I forgot to say in the beginning, So go show him your support as well.
Andy,
And
can I say one thing? I just
Go for it.
want to say I love Goldbridge. I hate the slander that I've been seeing here. He's the best Nottingham Forest fan I've ever seen. And can we just keep going? Go and subscribe to his
Can
channel,
we
please.
respect him
Thanks.
for showing
Yeah.
Andy
By the way, respect him.
appreciation though?
And
Like,
also,
honestly.
when Goldbridge supported United, we got Keane. When Goldbridge or when Brent is still supporting him, he's gonna get us Anderson. So we need that. We need a guy on the inside. All right.
True.
let's go.
I love Goldbridge, bro.
Glory,
I actually love
glory.
him.
Fake
Yeah, he's
Forest
so funny.
fan, I guess. Is that what we're saying?
Oh wow.
Anyways. No, I appreciate it. It was classy from him. He didn't have to do that.
It was a good.
So
Guys,
We'll
jokes
move it.
aside,
Nice.
there is no way you can do 10 years of following this shit club without being
True.
a fan. Dude.
Without
Like, no
breaking
amount of
down.
money can
Yeah,
make you
yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
True.
Yeah. Go
If
live
you guys
thrice
knew
a
my
day and
story-
put out the
7-0,
If you
channel.
guys knew my story
Yeah.
of being a United fan, you would cry. Trust me.
Yeah.
Though you already make us cry, Ed, so you got us there.
That's what I get paid the big bucks to do.
Says Bully Lover 69. I hope you like that name. I hope you keep that name like coming forward.
I don't even know what that means, but I'll keep it just for you.
Bully like Bundesliga, bro. Come on.
Oh, of course, I love
Oh.
the Bundesliga, but I'm honest as well when I said there's just not good enough players that are gonna be good enough for us.
True.
I'm an
It has
honest.
nothing to do with that. I just
For
think
me,
you
the
like
ball is
Bundesliga.
round. For a lot of people in the chat, the ball is a square in an Excel spreadsheet. So
Okay. Shots fired. All right. On that note,
This brother is
see you
still
guys
stuck
later,
on.
man. Have a great New Year's Eve for those of you guys that are still in 2025. And Rishi, please go to bed, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
time.
Jesus,
Happy
dude.
New Year, Rish.
Do you want me to
Happy New
mess
Year,
Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah, Rish.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
guys.
See you guys. Bye.
Happy New
Bye.
Year.
Oh, that's great.